Hey guys, what's up? Danny here, and today I'm going to be talking about, does body count really matter in a relationship? Um, I'm just going to explain to you, right, that let's say you have a thief, he breaks into somebody's house one time, and he does it several times. He says sorry, he goes on about his day, right? What are the chances of him committing that crime again? Are you going to let a person that was a thief in the past go inside of your house? Probably not, right? Same thing with body count. It's like you date a girl with a high body count and she goes out and cheats again, right? Because one single man cannot satisfy that willingness to be with other guys, to always just experience a different vibe all the time, right? Those type of people, they're more drawn to things like that, right? Relationships nowadays, I feel like they are scams and stuff. So I do think, yeah, body count really freaking matters. And like a high body count girl, I personally wouldn't date her, because there are things that you could talk about, right? Like self-respect. I actually wrote an essay about relationships too, and this is gonna kind of feed into what I'm talking about, right? So a high body count, I would say, like, yeah, it does matter and stuff, right? If you're just like always around a lot of people, or you have a lot of friends and everything like that, right? Your connection with one specific person is gonna go down, right? That's the thing I don't really like, right? This is how I am, right? I have a close circle, right? I don't really want to be around too many people, right? I don't really want to have a lot of friends, because some people, they can be fake and everything like that, right? It's just vibes like that, right? But I really don't see any purpose in building an empire with those type of people that are just out to snake each other out. Like, if you had people that were loyal to each other and wouldn't snake each other out, invested all their money into one project, if you had 10 people that did that together, they can make each other rich. But people, they really don't work like that, and a lot of the times that stuff just doesn't kind of work out. People's egos usually take control, and that's kind of what happens and stuff. So, my main point is that, yeah, like, I think, body count does matter a lot. So yeah, nowadays it's so easy for people to link other people because of social media too, right? Like in the past, that was different, right? But now it's so easy for people to link with like new people and everything like that. It's crazy, right? There's these husbands, they got these wives and stuff, but these wives aren't satisfied. The guy is at work his entire freaking day. The guy's at work his entire day. And then, he proceeds to come home at like 10 p.m. and the wife is like a housewife. She has really nothing to do. And she's not satisfied with that guy, right? So again, she's probably going to pursue different types of relationships, right? So that's kind of my take on all of this, right? If you are a guy, right, always be open-minded and don't just stick to one person, right? I always tell people that don't always just stick to one person. You have to have a variety in your life, and that's it. So let's see. I'm just gonna pull up like an essay that I wrote. This is from my writing class, and I really like this essay. And I'm gonna copy and paste. I'm just gonna read it to you guys. So, does social media affect romantic relationships? This is a difficult question that leaves many people guessing. Would my girlfriend love me if she didn't have Snapchat? Well, today I'm going to give evidence as to why social media has made relations between a man and a woman more complicated. Back in the day, when people were together, there was no social media, and the only way to speak to someone was to see them in person. Now people are texting back and forth, having relationships countries away from each other. And that's also something I don't understand. People that are having relationships across country, or if it's a long distance relationships, I don't understand how you can stay loyal at that point, because there's going to be a time where you're going to be with the boys, and you're gonna get drunk, and you're probably gonna go out and cheat and everything like that, right? Because honestly, some people, that is living life. That, like, I feel like for some people, maybe men and women, but for a man, that is definitely more high value if he succeeds in that type of mindset of attracting many women. Because women, it's very easy, but a man gets respect from doing that type of stuff, because it's not easy for men in this day and age, right? We have females that have become so powerful, it's crazy. So yeah, stuff like that. A really good thing that social media does is that it helps improve your connections to many people. You can end up meeting many cool people from around your area. Always better to be friends with many people, because if one friend group does you dirty, you have many options. My relationships with friends keep me happy, but there's also a lot of people with bad intentions that would give you a reason to never be close friends with anyone in your life. It's always better to keep your finances to yourself. When you're in a relationship, social media can help you and your partner to improve communication. Improved communication in recent days has become game-changing for society as a whole. For example, back in the day, countries would start wars over some small stuff, but now, because countries have access to communication, they could call each other over the phone and fix serious problems. Face-to-face conversations could be more complicated for some people, and when you text people online, you have time to formulate your thoughts and think about what to say before saying it. Some men like to watch adult content online and can actually affect relationships in a bad way, mainly because if a guy is actively networking, he can easily find a better girl and break his current girl's heart. Without social media, this will not be obtainable. When you replace communication in person with online conversations, it could make face-to-face conversations more awkward. There was a study in 2021 in Saudi Arabia that showed that prolonged social media use affected people's way of communicating themselves in a person in a negative way. If you're friends with a lot of people, you can accidentally invest too much time with bad friends, and what could happen is it negatively affects your relationship with your family. Constantly being around someone is never a good thing. You have to have a life, and you have to do different things every day. When you don't see someone for a long time, you can get very happy when you see them again. But constantly talking to your partner on social media can affect the relationship, because you guys could be controlling each other, but where your partner is, but a real connection goes much deeper than that. Having space away from someone is always good, because then you get the chance to think about the issues. Communicating with different people that could be your next potential partners has a negative effect on people's relationships. For many people, they cannot be close with many people at a time. So if a person has many friends, their bond with every other partner has more and more limits to it. Talking to other people while married led to very big problems. If you ever feel bored and want to talk to someone else because your main partner got you mad, go to the gym instead and do something else that's more productive. Having too many partners can lead to the rise of modern day diseases like HIV. So yeah, that's like just kind of the stuff that I wrote about, and freaking, I'll just summarize everything else that I wrote, right? So basically, guys, what you kind of gotta do, you gotta realize, get off your phone, go out in nature, do stuff. Make sure you hustle, make a lot of money. You could travel to different countries, get up different types of points of view in your head. Cyberbullying is also horrible, and media could contain fake news. The media is probably manipulating a lot of people nowadays, so just keep that in mind. So this Reddit article, so it's kind of his take. So yeah, this is his take. Do body counts matter? A couple of days ago, I had a discussion with a couple of my friends. 2 guys, 1 girl. I'm guy 3 in the story. So they said that they think body counts matter. But the other guy said that they matter, but mostly to girls, especially if the girls' count is higher than the guys. And the girl said nobody should have a high body count. I said they don't matter and swiftly met with disapproval. But my reasoning is that if we put so much value in the amount of sexual partners we have, then anybody who's ever had sex with more than just one person is inherently impure, and that virginity should be implicitly praised as purity. And looking at the mindset behind their reasoning, it seems primitive and sexist. Keep in mind, I was having this talk with 3 other highly sexually active 20-year-olds. I personally have a count of 15, which I know for a fact is significantly lower than that of the 2 guys I was talking to. So what I'm trying to figure out is, was I being crazy in saying that body counts don't matter, or are they just being biased, and or in terms of the guys being sexist and saying a woman's body count is more important and shameful than guys? So body counts are an indication of your promiscuity and your disposition to actual serious relationships. Someone with a high body count probably parties and likes to date a lot, but in the same vein, could be seen as someone who has his or her priorities different to someone who's looking for real love. Yeah, that is very, very true, right? So that's, kind of something that, you guys got to keep in mind and stuff, right? Their priorities could be different if they have a very high body count, right? And, especially the more likely you are to do porn, the average life expectancy for porn stars, I think right now is like 35 or 40 years old, right? You could actually search that up, and it's honestly really freaking crazy, because those people are very mentally ill, if you really think about it, because sex isn't really everything, and you have to balance your life out. You always got to remember that, guys. So yeah, body counts really do matter, and yeah, that's kind of just my take on everything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.